All right, so I'm here with Caleb. How are we doing today, Caleb?
Fantastic. Very happy to be here.
What are we doing here today, Caleb? What Driver Verified, what is that?
So Driver Verified is a platform for drivers to save their information.
All right.
I mean, we hear so many stories about drivers, you know, going to get a new job and they run into trouble when they get added to a policy.
Yeah, that's because they find out about their record. So how long have you been doing this?
We started a few years ago setting it up because we've taken a long time to get the encryption, all the security end of it right, because it's for sensitive information for drivers. But the entire idea is that drivers add their own information and they have control over it the whole time.
Okay, all right, okay. So now, what made you get into this? Did you have problems with yourself?
Not with myself.
Another driver?
No, actually, we were approached by a commercial broker.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, who specializes in commercial auto, and he just basically ran through, just said, I'm having massive problems. I think that we could be solved by, you know, some kind of data storage.
Right.
And we basically went from there and just, we're always trying to talk to drivers, talk to trucking companies, insurance brokers, insurance companies, try to get something that everybody can use, but drivers that they always have. That's the most important thing, because...
And how long have you been in the trucking industry? Have you been in that industry for a long time?
Just since I've been doing this, yeah.
So you're learning. So you came here to get the real lowdown. You're at a truck show. You're not just with truck drivers. You're with the passionate extreme bunch here today. So I wish you luck. Anyway, so how does this work? Tell me how this works. What does a driver do? I'm a driver.
Yep.
I've got stuff. Look, where do I go from there?
So basically, if you go to driververified.com and you just create your account, it just takes a few seconds with basic info, and then you add information when you have time. Okay. We have kind of a profile user wizard when people are signing up to guide them through whatever they need, and you can take as much time.
We didn't see that on camera, you dragging a kid behind a golf cart. That's how interviews work when you're live. Sorry. Okay, so I got you. Put the information in.
Yes.
I can keep it up. So
you can do it on your phone. You can do it on your phone.
So you create an account.
Yep.
And then I update it as I need to.
Yes.
So how much does it cost me to do that?
It's free to create an account, and it's free to store your info on there. Okay. When you want to generate a report, that's when there's a charge, $15 a report. We're also introducing an annual subscription fee as well, $25, as many reports as you can pull. Obviously, people have different needs. Yeah. Some people would only need a report once a year. And we want our reports to not just be useful for applying for insurance, adding a driver to an existing policy. We also are adapting them so that they're good for driver files. Okay. For, you know, on the company side of it, owner-operator, you know, you need to have some info on your drivers, and you do have an obligation to update it every year. Some subsectors, you know, it's every 90 days depending. Okay. And so basically, this way the driver can add all their information, and then the company can request it. And any time that a company or an insurance broker is requesting information from a driver, the driver gives their consent through our site. So it's not an open kind of, you know, you're not getting open-ended access. Right. It's like access as needed.
So what about security? Because we're all worried about our data. It doesn't matter what news station you listen to, there's something about that. So what happens with that? How are you securing that for the driver?
Yes, we use industry standard encryption, and basically all your data always stays in Canada as well. Okay. That's not a requirement anymore. There's been some regulation changes, but we still stick with all data in Canada. Everything is encrypted, and you know, the most sensitive piece of information would be the driver's license number. That we have additional extra encryption on as well. And again, the information's only accessible to the driver. It's not accessible to anybody else. We don't share it with anyone. And basically, we want drivers to feel secure, that they can store it here, they can come back, manage it themselves, and they give access as needed. Yeah.
Now, my audience crosses borders. I have a large audience in the U.S. as well. So does this work in both countries, or?
Yes, I mean, the information we collect right now is Canada specific, but we're looking to expand as well into the States. And we also do collect information for Canadian drivers that are crossing borders. You know, they have a chance to add, like if they have a fast card, all that kind of stuff that they would normally need to have on file, we prompt them. And we prompt drivers to collect all kinds of information, because there's often information that drivers don't necessarily think of to collect at the time. You know, even something like a picture of the equipment that you're driving, that can help down the road. I mean, the letter of experience from an insurance company is the most important, but collecting that other data, that can help, and that helps then, you know, down the road, an underwriter sees more information, and then they'll give you a more favorable rate ultimately.
All right. Okay. Sounds like a good program. I think a lot of people would be interested in that. Does it have to be used for transportation? Can I create an account if I'm a roofer and I just want to use this for a roofing company? Like, does it have to be a transport company?
Yeah. We've basically planned it for commercial drivers.
Right.
And so the most pertinent information is going to be for anyone commercial driver. So not just truckers, but you know, nowadays deliveries are expanding, last mile deliveries, that's like never before. Even taxi drivers. We're kind of looking to service all of that. But then, you know, we work with a lot of landscaping companies as well too. And so we're looking to always add more. I mean, any feedback as well. If people ever want, you know, think, yeah, this is good, but they don't ask about this, I'd like to store that. Just get in touch with us, and we're always happy to, you know, adapt.
And this is where we go to find you?
Yeah,
driververified.com.
That's right.
That's a good way to do it. So, okay, so I've got another piece of this. We're on a bit of a charity tour where we're talking to different people about the charities they might support. And it doesn't have to be through the business. It could be something you're personally into. Are there any that you or Driver Verified support on an annual basis or a regular basis?
Yes, so Driver Verified hasn't yet. We're kind of starting out. We are kind of connecting with the Women's Trucking Federation of Canada, and you know, here today it's Trucking for a Cure. Personally, I've been involved with the Ride to Conquer Cancer for many years. And so my father got me into that. He's a cancer survivor, and he rides every year, and so he's done about 10 years of that, and I'm on about year 6 or 7 or so myself.
Well, is that the motorcycle or bicycle?
That is the bicycle one.
Oh, okay.
We are supported by motorcycle riders. They block the intersection. So
I'd like to ride. It's probably, you can go longer on the motorcycles because it's less work on you. Thanks very much for your time, Dave.
Thanks very much.
Appreciate it. Good job.